So, I checked my screen time today and it was 7 hours and 53 minutes. Don't know if you can see that. And the thing is, I didn't enjoy a single second of it. Forget enjoy, I don't even remember a single second of it. And the worst part was, I didn't even notice until I checked 2 minutes ago before I started recording this video. I tried the things everyone tells you to do, to delete all your social media apps, to turn your phone black and white and leave it in another room before bed and charge it away from your bedside table. And you know what happened? Nothing happened. It didn't work. Nothing really changed because, as you can see today, I spent 7 hours on my phone doing God knows what. And in this video, I want to talk about what the real problem is, because it's not actually your phone. I'm sure you've heard it all before. You've watched videos on how your phone is bad for you and how you should take time off your phone and try and lower your screen time. But then why does it feel like nothing actually ever works? You delete social media, you use an ad blocker, you buy an alarm clock so you don't have your phone next to your bed. I've done all of these things. I've tried everything. I've put my phone in black and white. Who the fuck does that? I think a lot of advice online is given to you to try and fix your phone addiction, but that's not the right approach. Some of it might work for some people who have a bit more better impulse control, but it doesn't in general solve the problem. It's just selling you a solution for a problem that is the misdiagnosis of the real problem. Because how many of you have set that little screen time limit thing, and then every time you click on Instagram and it comes up with its block, you just click ignore anyways? It's pointless. There's no point in having that feature. It's just an extra barrier, and it's not enough resistant where your brain isn't going to click on it anyway. The advice isn't necessarily wrong. The stuff they're telling you is right in a way. It's just incomplete. You're treating the symptom and ignoring the actual disease. Until you realize what the actual disease is, none of this is going to work. I want you to think about the last time you just picked up your phone. Not for any specific reason, but just randomly. You picked up your phone just to check something, check your notifications, scroll on Instagram a little bit, maybe scroll on TikTok, whatever you like scrolling on, whatever your preference. In those empty spaces in the day where, say, you're waiting for the lift or you're waiting for your train or bus to come and you just randomly pull out your phone and spend 10 minutes on there and 10 minutes there, and you've got your lunch break, so what do? You pull out your phone. The real question was not what were you doing on your phone, but what were you trying to avoid by going on your phone? You're not addicted to your phone. You're addicted to not feeling uncomfortable. You want to feel comfortable all the time. You're addicted to comfort. You want something to soothe you. You want that YouTube video playing in the background whilst you're having your lunch or your dinner, and you can't sit in silence. You're avoiding something. By the way, this whole video, I'm talking to myself. This is purely advice to myself. I'm making this video so I can keep myself accountable on my journey of lowering my screen time, because frankly, it's ridiculous. I showed you at the start, 8 hours today on my phone. I don't remember what I actually did. Most of it's on Instagram, looking at pointless reels, not actually taking any action. Your phone is just a very, very easy way to escape from your feelings. It's the quickest route. You pull out your phone and you've got instant dopamine and instant distraction right there. It's just another escape. The stuff on your phone, it can be addicting, but let's be honest, it's mostly bullshit. It's nonsense. It's nothing important. See, the phone didn't create the problem. Phones are quite useful. You can call people, you can have the knowledge of the world right there in your hand. So phones aren't necessarily the bad thing. It's how we're using them as a coping mechanism for our addiction to comfort, our wanting to feel avoidant to some sort of feeling that we're not comfortable sitting with. That's why every time you delete an app or you put a screen time limit on, it doesn't work, because you're not solving the root problem. You're not changing the pattern. You're just taking away one tool of your way of coping. That's why we need to establish that comfort is the real enemy for us. I struggle with this so much. Sometimes you fall into that trap of being so comfortable, being so cozy and nice, and not having to do anything hard today. Because all of us do it every day. We'll skip the gym if it's rain. We won't go on the run if it's raining and cold. We'll eat the junk food, or we'll order Deliveroo instead of cooking food. It's just comfort. As human beings, we're hardwired to take the least path of least resistance. As human beings, we're addicted to taking the path of least resistance, doing the thing that's easiest. I've struggled with this for my whole life, not wanting to actively seek out challenges and just looking for shortcuts and cheating. It's something that's hardwired into us, and that's why most of us have phone addictions. It's the people who wanted to take the easy route in life. And that's why the whole conversation around phone addiction needs to change. It's not the phone's problem. The phone is just a phone. It's actually quite useful. But the version of you that can't seek on uncomfortable situations is just the same version that won't get up early, that won't focus on deep work, that won't take your job seriously, that won't take uni or school seriously, that isn't present in your relationship. That's that kind of version, the one with the phone addiction. That's me sometimes, not to be super harsh on my, but we notice it. So what am I going to change to fix this issue? Because now we've established that comfort is the real issue. It's our addiction to comfort. It's our hard wiring. I think the best way we can do this is by creating a life where our phones are not the most interesting thing in it. As you know, if you watched a few videos, I am training for the London Marathon, and it's a super hard thing. It's uncomfortable. It's long miles. It's long weeks of training. Most of it by myself, most of it just in my head. And that time away gives me a outlet for me to be uncomfortable, for me to practice that skill of building hard work into myself. I guess another outlet would be this YouTube channel, to have somewhere where I can keep myself accountable and instead of wasting my time scrolling, actually creating and sharing advice and making content, telling stories. I love doing this. I love speaking to a camera. I love sharing my thoughts and creating stuff, even if it's just me talking to you and waffling about some topic that I'm interested in. But it's not the most comfortable thing to sit in front of a camera, and I procrastinate it a lot, and it takes time to get into a flow of speaking to it and articulating your thoughts better. But at the start, it's uncomfortable, and you have to take that leap because videos aren't going to make themselves. And I know AI is coming and whatnot, but hopefully we don't get to that stage where humans just aren't required at all for creativity, because I think that's really damaging. But that's a separate topic anyways. It's just rerouting that voice in your head that likes to pipe up when something gets difficult. Knowing that your phone is no longer an escape route for that difficult feeling. You need to go out and just get through it, because you build a small steps towards that skill of being able to resist it, being able to say no to it. And you don't need less screen time. You just need something more fun, more engaging, something to keep you present, and something difficult. It can't be an easy thing, just easy in front of, oh, I won't scroll my phone, so I'll go watch Netflix on the TV. No, that's not the point, because that doesn't get rid of the addiction. You need something that is difficult, that you engage with, that you actually learn to enjoy over time. Because yes, it might not be easy. Going for a run is never easy, but it gets easier over time the more you do it. Talking to a camera is always awkward at the start, and I don't think I'm the best speaker yet either, but the more I speak, even just now I'm noticing it, I'm getting more and more engaging, more charismatic, and more able to speak clearly. But all of that happens from being uncomfortable. It doesn't come from scrolling on my phone for hours like I have today. But here I am, challenging myself, being uncomfortable when I could be in bed, sleeping or scrolling. So I guess what I want you to leave with in this video is, the next time you pick up your phone, don't be like, oh, I've got phone addiction, and fucking throw it out of your hand or put a screen time blocker on. But just ask yourself the question of, what are you trying to avoid? Because that's what it is. It's just a way of escaping, at least for most things. That's the real problem. The phone is just your easy answer.